Here's how I turn this drawing into this plushie. So you want to start by drawing out your design. Here are the brushes I used on Procreate, and make sure you have all the angles, side, front, top, bottom, and if you have any extra embroidery, include that too. Next is finding a manufacturer. I used Alibaba and searched custom plushies. I then went down and researched each company with products I liked. This process took days. I suggest using the verified user ticked on and looking at all their customer reviews. After I found a few I liked a lot, I reached out and asked for a quote. After I found one that fit, it was a lot of back and forth on sizing and pictures and fabric swatch picking, and finally my first sample was made. Uh-oh. I then sent them some revisions, which was just like fixing the eyes, the whole face, and the wings. Then they revised it and sent me another picture, and I was super happy with it. Then they sent me this sample, as you can see right here. I hope this helps, and be sure to follow my YouTube channel because I'm making a more detailed look at the process very soon with a list of reliable manufacturers.
People do tend to be a little bit secretive about things like manufacturers, methods, and such, but I hope I can be of a little bit of help. Obviously, before you get this, you have to start with the design. This is split up into 3 parts: the front, the back, and the Pantones. For the front, you're going to really want to keep your lines clean. I ended up sending this to my manufacturer as well. This is just the line work with no colors. What they want will vary between manufacturers though, so be sure to check. My back includes my back stamp as well as where I want the post to go. And if you're unsure of Pantone colors, you can just go to the Pantone website. As for the actual manufacturer, I used a site called Alibaba, and you just need to search for hard enamel pins. Unfortunately, I can't give you a recommendation because the manufacturer that you're going to want to go with will depend on your needs as far as the pin, shipping location, etc. and so forth. Once you find a manufacturer you like, you just click right here that says Contact Supplier, and you'll be put into contact with one of their representatives to get your pins made. So best of luck!
Hi, my name's Flamingo, and a lot of people have been asking how I made my Minecraft weapons, so here it is. First, I drew out the dimensions and whatnot and figured out how the colors would work. Then we have these foam mats at my house that are like safety mats. I chose foam so that I could like hit my sibling with them. Then I made each square 1 inch by 1 inch, and I just drew that out on the mat. I chose 1 inch by 1 inch because that was the edge of the ruler, so it was easy to make the squares even. Then using a craft knife, we just cut them out, and then I painted them on stream. And now you can make your own too, yay!
Okay, so multiple people asked for a tutorial and I already kind of started. So basically you just cut out like a bunch of different strips of cardboard. You just kind of like fit it to how you want it to sit on your head and like make little things. Yeah. And you like trace your headpiece thing and make like a disc. Okay, so now you have this donut thing and you're gonna like basically just duct tape the headpiece inside the hole. And now a hat thing. More strips of cardboard. Then you just start to build like this little round cage thingy that is taller up and makes like the shape of the mushroom. And then at that point you just kind of do whatever you want with the fabric, or you know, basically any kind of mushroom you want. I kind of went it for like a wedding veil type of situation. It's definitely not done yet, but here it is so far.
So I started off by opening up this box and gluing a picture of a forest that I found on Google Images. I taped the box together and painted the whole thing black with acrylic paint. Then I found some sticks outside and glued them around the entrance of the book nook to make an archway, and I made this little door just by printing a picture of the front and back of the door onto either side of the cardboard flap. Then I collected some rocks, added them to this little baggie, and added some glue to make them stick together so I could add to the bottom of my book nook. I patted them down so that they were all stuck together. I gathered some small flat rocks outside, added some glue onto the back, and just patted them down to make a little path. I picked up some string lights, made a little hole on the back of the book nook, and fed the lights through that hole and taped it to the top so I would have a little switch to turn it on when I needed. As you can see, I just taped the lights where I wanted them to go. I chose on the top and along the sides. I then added some glue in the same places because I wanted the moss to cover up the lights and the tape. This is what it looked like when I added all the moss. Next, I used some clay to make these little discs and scored them on the back with a sewing needle, but you can use any other sharp object. I made these little stems out of clay as well, dipped them in some fabric glue, and stuck them to the back to make these little mushrooms. This is what they look like when they were done. I made them in beige and white. For the white ones, I painted the tops red and then added white puffy paint to give them cute little dots. And for the beige ones, I just diluted some brown acrylic paint to give it some texture. I didn't record that, but as you can see here, it gave those score lines a lot of more depth. Then I glued each of the mushrooms into the book nook. In the end, when I turned the lights on, it looked like this. Thank you for watching!
Hola, hoy hacemos pins caseros con personajes de anime. Tomaremos cartón, una tapa de botella y marcaremos su contorno. Cortaremos varias y tomaremos imágenes de los personajes que más nos gusten. Pegaremos de esta manera con silicona fría las imágenes al cartón y con cinta plastificaremos. Cortamos los bordes y hacemos estas pestañitas que después las vamos a doblar hacia adentro de esta manera. Este paso háganlo con calma, así les quedan súper prolijos sus pines. Con silicona fría pegaremos todas las pestañas hacia adentro y así nos tiene que quedar. Con goma eva marcaremos círculos del tamaño de la tapa y pegaremos a los cartones unos de estos alfileres de gancho. De esta forma haremos los pines. Damos la goma eva, la pasamos por el alfiler de gancho y con bastante silicona fría lo pegamos de esta forma. Y bueno, así nos quedan. Contame de qué personaje harías tus pines.
Everybody say hello kitty. Who loves flowers in the sun or a party just for one? It's Kitty, Kitty, Kitty. Who will invite her friends along? They can hear her play a song. It's Kitty, Kitty, Kitty. If you don't know where she lives, you might have missed her and her papa and her mama.
And there's Minnie, she's my sister!
There is
Zone 4. Yeah. Get money. New money. Been waiting on.
Hey, rich boy said it quick, broke niggas wanna jet, shit tight, no slick, just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that bitch.